Hey everybody, it is November 30th, 2019. This is Rick, also known as Duke City Devil Dog. I'm coming into you from Wilmington, Illinois. We just had breakfast with Mark and I had breakfast with James, which was Mark's trainer, or as they refer to I'm the grand trainee. Anyway, because Mark was James's trainee, and I'm Mark's trainee, so I'm the grand trainee. Anyway, so just recording real quick, and it's going to be a cold one. It's going to be a windy one out here right now. We're going to try to make about 500 miles today, see if we can get how close we can get. We've got a couple days, so it's not a rush if we shut down early, but the wind's blowing a little bit, so I'm trying to get hours so I can finish up my training. But, we got to be safe. So if this wind's blowing real hard, we're going to shut it down early and relax and go from there. So anyway, I hope everybody has a really great day. Have a safe one, and I will talk to you later. Hey everybody, it's Rick, also known as Duke City Devil Dog. I am coming to you from Earl, Arkansas. We're in Arkansas, not far from where I try to visit every year. I've got some friends up in Jonesboro. We're sort of... we're east of Little Rock. We're northwest of Memphis, and we're on our way to Houston. We ran into a ton of fog today. I mean, it was foggy. There was a point where we thought we were going to have to stop, but made it through there. Got about 10 hours driving in. I'm going to have to get 10 hours in the next about 4 days, so I can finish my level 6 and move on to grad class. So our goal is by the end of the week to be done. So that'll put me about a week and a half early than everybody else. So that's good. I'm psyched about that. A couple of things I just wanted to mention. Somebody asked me, was asking about trucks idling. Like, you can probably hear in the background some engines idling. Well, there's a couple things you have to understand. So right now it's, you can tell I'm not wearing a jacket. It's about 60 degrees here. It will get cold out here tonight. A lot of trucks, they run their heating and cooling systems via their engine. So they do idle, and the trucks use quite a bit of fuel when they idle. For Stevens, we use what are called APUs, or auxiliary power units. Those will cool and heat and power a vehicle using a smaller engine than the regular engine, and it uses anywhere from an eighth to a tenth of the fuel that idling the other engine does. But for people who don't have an APU, because they can get expensive, don't have an APU in their vehicle, their only option is to idle their vehicles. So they'll eat through over the course of a night about a gallon an hour of diesel fuel. So you're looking at about, let's say, 8 to 10 hours. Let's just say 8 hours, $3 a gallon roughly. Sometimes more, sometimes less. So talk about $24 a night in fuel that they're idling. For us, we'll go through about a gallon and a half of diesel fuel in our APU during the night, and so you're talking about $4 or $3 to $4 to $5, somewhere in that neighborhood. So it makes a big difference as far as that. But you got to survive. So you got to have that heat when it's cold out. You got to have the cooling. Now, when it gets too cold, even the APUs aren't effective. So when it gets down close to zero and we're out somewhere, we're going to run that engine for a few different reasons. One is you just need the added warmth. Second, it keeps the engine warm. It keeps the fuel from wanting to gel. Diesel fuel will gel when it starts to get cold, usually below 30 degrees. It'll start to gel up, and they can clog up your engine, your fuel lines and everything. We use an anti-gel in there, but if the anti-gel is just sitting in there, even if it's sitting in the lines, it's not very good, especially when it gets colder. So because of that, we'll go ahead and idle the engine if it gets really, really cold. We'll idle it through the night. But in this case, we're just going to run the APU if we need it. We may not need it. It just depends. But if we need it, that's what will run. It comes on automatically if we turn on the heater or the cooler. So the heaters actually run off a slightly different system, not really the APU as much, but it's similar. It's an auxiliary type of unit, auxiliary kind of heat. So anyway, it's been a really good day. We're gonna keep running. We got to spend have breakfast today. I mentioned with Mark's trainer James and his student, and it was good. Like I said, it was a nice drive, but it was extremely foggy. I've never seen so much fog spread out so far and so dense. There were really no pockets in the fog I drove for more than 150 miles, and there were no pockets in this fog. It got thicker and a little bit thinner, but it was really heavy, like almost to the point where we were going to stop, and then just as we went, okay, we found this place and we can stop, all of a sudden we drove about 5 miles towards it and the fog disappeared, so we just drove on for a couple more hours. Anyway, hope everybody has a good night. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Go ahead and comment on them if you can, if you'd like to. Leave me, give me thumbs up and likes, and share them. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you later. This is Rick again, also known as Duke City Double Dog. I'm driving for Stevens Transport. I'm psyched. You guys have a good one, and I will talk to you tomorrow.